G'day, welcome to Mt.Coramba Apiculture. It's Sunday the 26th of February 2023. Back up in Nymboida, just a nice quick visit this morning. It's a spectacular morning, nice and cool, but it's going to be a hot day. It's about 10 AM here at the moment. So nothing terribly important to do here today. I've just come back and looked through those 15 nukes that were installed here a fortnight ago. So happy to say there's still 15 going strong. I did identify 3 there that just needed a little bit of a hand, so I've just done a quick short video of going through 2 of them and just to show you what I did. But basically they just needed a few more resources, so most of those 15 have moved on to that 3rd frame of foundation, whereas these 2 just a bit short on bees, a bit short on stores, and it's just a good opportunity while I've got a lot of bees here in 10 frame gear, just to give them another frame of brood and a shake of bees, and that'll just lift them and kick them along, and they'll be equivalent to these other bees now. So just a good tip if you've got plenty of resources and something needs a little bit of a hand, often just a few bees or a frame of brood is all it needs to get them across the line. So yeah, not much else to add. I've put a couple more 10 frame supers on some of these strong 10 frame hives, so that'll kick them along. Hopefully next week I'll have another 200 frames ready to come up, and I'll super the rest of these 10 frame boxes. So that's about it for now. So yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. So I'm just going through these 15 nukes that have been here for a fortnight now. So a fortnight since I've introduced the queen onto the splits that I did. I've just identified a few that are a little bit slow and could do with a bit of a boost. So I guess what I'm worried about is that there's just not enough bees in here to sustain them, and yeah, they haven't touched that frame of foundation yet, whereas at least, you know, half a dozen of the others have started hooking into that sheet of foundation and drawing it out. So by low bee numbers, I'm talking about this sort of thing. There's brood in there, so that's the brood from the original hive, but I can see eggs and larvae in there. There's a little bit of nectar there, so that's a good sign. There's bees on that side, but I just see them starting to hook into those honey stores there, and I guess my concern is that they'll run out of stores in the next week or so before I can get up here again. So there's plenty of hives here with excess bees, and I just want to give them a bit of a boost. So there's the queen sitting there. Move a bit closer. There she's sitting there. So they're nice functioning beehive, but we'll just go and take a bit of a few resources from one of these other hives and give them a little bit of a boost, and we'll see how we go. So I've just been over to one of my strong 10 framers, and I've got a frame of young unsealed brood here. There's a bit of nectar in there as well, so I'm going to throw that in there. Of course, I found the queen on the other hive, and I know she's not on this frame, so that'll just give them a bit of a boost. And what I'm going to do as well, just go and get a frame of bees and give them a little shake as well. So I've got a frame of brood here out of that other hive, nice strong 10 framer. I'm just going to give them a shake so I don't lose too many bees. I'm going to pull these out. Put that frame right in. Shake those bees off. They're in the way. Let a good shake. So all the nurse bees that are in there will stay in that hive. Any field bees that belong back in the other hive will fly back. So that'll give this nuke a really nice boost. and just get them through that little bit of difficulty they're having. So that'll really kick these bees on, and they'll do a lot better now. Just try and get as many back in there as I can. These little calm nurse bees, they're not really interested in stinging me. So that's good, that'll give them a boost. And I'll check them again next week and just make sure they're okay. But that'll give them a real help. So same situation here. We'll just identify this as being a bit weak. So plenty of resources here. There's no reason why we can't give them a helping hand. You can see they haven't touched that frame of foundation there. When you sort of come in here, there's not a lot of brood, there's quite a lot of eggs, not a lot of bees, good stores, so that's a good thing. But I just like to give them a bit of a boost. Do with a bit of a helping hand. There's the queen there. So we know they're queen right and going okay, but I just like them to catch up to the rest that are starting to work on that sheet of foundation. So we'll go and find a frame of brood. So back to our nuke here that I've want to give a bit of life to. So I've got a nice frame of fresh brood there. Lots of young nurse bees, and there's brood just starting to develop into pupae there. So that will be good. There's a little bit of nectar on there, which will help them. I'll just throw that in there, and we'll go back to the hive that we took it out of and give them a bit of a shake too. So I'll just pull these out. Plenty of nectar in the honey in there for them to eat, so that's fine. Let's go back and get a flame of bees and give them a shake. Once again, nice foam of eggs and larvae there, plenty of nurse bees. The queen's back at the hive, not attached, so we'll shake them in as many as we can. Put our 2 frames of brood back in. And that'll give that hive a lovely boost. Push them up. Lid on. And we'll see how they look next week.